4 changes from the Gold Coast. Recall of Jeff Williams, Sam Edgerly and Marcus Watson. And the first new player, big forward Alex Gray, earlier just being in the captain of England's under 2015. England, well, they always feel pretty comfortable here. 4 players in the side who've been Dubai Cup: Norton, Watson, Turner and Captain Powell. Canada, well, they've had a real problem because coach Geraint John has two key of his 2 players injured, Hiroyama and Sean Duke. And even more problem in a way that most of 9 of his squad have been involved playing 15 internationals in the last weeks against Romania and Portugal. So it's an absence of real sevens preparation missing, really. Top players: Phil Mack, Kieran Hearn, Harry Jones, and the return of a very big forward, Adam Kleberger. Well, Scotty, I mean, it is a problem, isn't it? If you have been playing 15s for the last month and then you don't get the preparation to the sevens, I think it's a problem for Canada. And certainly Geraint John, I think, represented that.
Yeah, Nigel, it's an interesting chatting in the commentary box today just about the influence and differentiation between the 2 codes and how they're starting to sort of spread apart in terms of you really having to specialise. And when some of the teams are concentrating obviously on Olympic Games in 2 years' time, you really have to practice and concentrate and play so well in sevens that if you get distracted and taking 15s, it's a different game altogether.
Yeah, and I think, in the last game, Wales against Spain, they've been 15s as well, and it is a problem. And Portugal, well, they've got 9 of their team have been playing 15s until just last week. I think it's a big problem. So certainly not with England then. They've got this new coach and some new player, interesting one in Alex Gray here. And of course, well, they've always enjoyed being comfortable here, really. It's a sort of a second to Twickenham, really, almost, for the sevens, I think. There's Burgess, promising player, played his debut in the Gold Coast. They made 3rd place in the Gold Coast. Referee is our new man, well, relatively new, Nick Bryant from New Zealand. England 3rd in the Gold Coast. Close against the Cup semi-final against New Zealand, 5-14, and then won the 3rd playoff against South Africa with a big win. There's an experienced player, James Rodwell. Another player who's played, what now? This is 45th time. Canada start then. Rodwell stayed in there. Now this is Mike Ellery, new man. Well, he's going the whole way, Mike Ellery. And as you were saying, Scotty, his sister has been playing in the women's tournament, and she's a what?
Yeah, she made her debut yesterday in the women's tournament, scored a try against Tunisia. But watch Mike Ellery here, he is sharp. Look at this, from his own 10-yard line, finds the space and then has the pace to go right in under the post. And that's the type of commitment that England are looking for.
Mike and his sister Megan, both coming from up in Cumbria, in Penrith. He played all sorts of places, Darlington and Moden and Westow and Newcastle, Moseley eventually, and of course Penrith as well. Good try, what a start. Perfect start for England then. Only twice has Canada beaten them. That's a tremendous start by Dan Bibby, but Canada have the ball in the possession. Good play here into the hands of Nanyak Dalla. He's going to go the whole way. The chase by Turner. Will he get him? It's a good tackle. Tremendous tackle by Matt Turner. Well, he played brilliantly 2 years ago in this game. Tackle by Tom Mitchell into the hands of Mike Skull. Ellery again. And just in hands. This is Tom Mitchell. Breaking away, straight away. Mitchell. And well, Burgess has been a tremendous start, really. His first one was in Gold Coast, and big and strong. Man from the Cornish Pirates for many years.
Watch the footwork here from Tom Mitchell, the awareness. Look at the footwork, bang, in on the left, and then throws the pass. Draws the man and allows Burgess just to have the simplest of run-in. So that's great awareness there from the England player.
Perfect start by England. Great play by Mitchell. Offload, perfect to Burgess. England with this pool with USA and Fiji as well. Dan Bibby not held by Connor Traynor. Set up by Skoltz again. Moonlight hasn't been very fit, and yesterday it was only a decision that he was going to play at all, according to Geraint John. Harry Jones sets it up, and now Kieran Hearn, good player he has been tremendous after the last few years. So one back for Canada quickly. Kieran Hearn with his 43rd try. He also scored 2 tries for Portugal in the 15s to just, well, a week ago.
Yeah, Hearn's a strong runner of the ball, but once again, it's the one-on-one skill from these players that really I have to admire. Cuts inside, Phil Burgess, and Burgess was left for dead.
I mean, it's difficult for them, isn't it, to switch from 15s to 7s, and I think it's remarkable that they do it so well.
Yeah, they certainly do, but they're well-conditioned athletes now, and at the end of the day, they are paid to play this game. They're paid to entertain us, and I hope you're all enjoying this back home, because that try's just brought Canada in touching distance of England. Important that they now try and retain the kickoff if they're going to make headway into this England performance.
Absolutely, gives them some confidence. That's a useful one. Nicely done to Skoltz again. Knocked on, was it just? Yes, it was. There's Ellery, 24-year-old. And Simon Amor, twice the captain when England won, 2004, 2005. Taking over, of course, from Ben Ryan, who in turn is now the coach of Fiji. So here's Mitchell, Tom Mitchell, who Oxford University, played a blue. Into the hands of Traynor and Kieran Hearn. Such an instrument in Canada in the 7s. And again, Burgess still managed to keep it in play. So did Ellery in the useful kick. Now the breakaway of Mitchell again into the hands. Good play to Dan Bibby. Flying away. England doing well. 3rd try in this first half.
Well, Nigel, one of the reasons that we call this game rugby football was the kicking skills on the actual deck that led to that try. And England's awareness once again on the running angles as well. Back on the inside and just a simple run-in, but manipulating the space, and very well England, and just pushing ahead.
It's been quite a long time since England played Canada. They last met in the Gold Coast, not this year, but the year before, and England won 24-19. That was very close. Doesn't look it's going to be this time either. England 21-7. 7 minutes gone of the first half. Well taken by Matt Turner. Inside, nicely done. Tom Mitchell. Good hands. Dominant well here.
Well, for me, this try, absolutely made by Matt Turner. Look at Matt Turner just shrugging off the attentions and gets the support on the inside. England looking sharp.
Well, of course, I think they remember last season that it was a disappointment there when they made it into the Shield final. They won that, but they were terribly disappointed, having known that prior to that they'd been the winner in 11 and 10. And that's a half-time. What a score. England 26, Canada 7. Geraint John, well, he knows the problems. And of course those two key players missing, Hirayama and Sean Duke, they've been so important, haven't they, to him?
We scored a try.
Well, certainly influential without any shadow of doubt, and
just secure that
you know, they're
ball
playmakers as well. And interesting enough, Phil Mack's been on the bench, and I always think that everybody plays well with him. But let's listen to Simon Hamer here.
Just because they're going wide doesn't mean that we have to go straight away. 100%. Cover the guard, the
really
second
his
man
first
first, then we go
proper
out.
selection to his team, and
kick-off the seat back to a one
start for him,
wide
wasn't it?
and two people on the floor, effectively in the middle. Yeah, split it up there for that short dip they're doing. Our ones, perfect. If they don't do the pod up there, let's go there. If they do the pod, then let's come short down the middle.
It's just swirling a bit.
I need our work rate to keep going up, you guys. It's got to be next score again, next score again, next score again. Yeah, how fresh we know. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, lad. Come on, boys.
Okay, go kick. Let's put it in.
Well, it's about morning in the morning, halfway this morning, and it's crowded coming in. It's a beautiful day. Promising to be something about 30 degrees later on. Restarts retained this season, yeah. Samoa doing it well. Canada only twice in England's opponents' 22. England 4 times, and 3 of them with the tries.
Yeah, just talking on that last stat there, Nigel, just England looking very, very sharp, and they'll be pleased with this confident start. And Simon Hamer, so relaxed there in his half-time huddle.
Dan Norton comes on to the second half, playing that fly half roll there. Tom Hull, oh, that's dangerous. That would be to Ellery. First real mistake, I would say, of the half. Knocked on by Dan Bibby to Mike Ellery. And Ben Ryan, of course, had 6 seasons of England coach. Now he's loving it in Fiji as his coach. Living there with his wife as well.
Would you enjoy that as well?
What a beautiful place. Love to stay there again. Canada, Harry Jones. Wide now to Connor Troyner. Ellery again. Powerful, isn't he? Dan Norton. Tom Powell get in the way almost. This is Jeff Williams. Mitchell once again. Rodwell outside. Must be a try. Very classy. James Rodwell with his 59th try in the World Series, and this is 45th most experienced player of England's squad.
Just a good 2-on-1 executed well there. Rodwell in at the corner, but for me, some of the substitutions have made a bit of a difference. Dan Norton's come off, he's sharp. Jeff Williams, who took route one ball, took the contact, allowed England to recycle the possession, and that allowed the space out wide for Rodwell to go round and near the posts.
Yeah, last season he wasn't on the start lineup normally, came on as a second player, but this season he's certainly starting and doing so well. And England 33-7. Canada need the possession. That's the captain, Nanyak Dala. Chance here with Phil Mack. Had a chat with him yesterday and said he was a bit tired, but he's a tidy player. Neat. There he goes again.
For me, so much of Canada's play revolve around that little scrum half. He creates things for his team to run off him, and he releases ball so well.
Absolutely. Mistake though. Possession lost again. That's England throwing it away. This is in the hand of Marcus Watson. Coming through. Played very well latter season of last season. Away by Mitchell. Now then, Dan Norton. He'll go round. No problem. Nanyak Dala, no chance. And how many times have we seen Dan Norton hit the try in Dubai? Brilliant.
He is fast, but when Nanyak Dala looked up, 140 tries, but when Nanyak Dala from Canada looked up and saw who was opposite him, you give the guy this space, wow, look at this go. And that's him in second gear, Nigel. We'll see him hitting fourth and fifth later on. One of the most exciting runners in the game. And when he's on form and gets his head round that ball, he can do things that almost no other rugby player can do.
Well, 140th try for Dan Norton. That's a pretty good average, isn't it, when it's a 36th tournament? So it's a 40 points to 7. Again goes Trainer again.
9! For 9.
Couple of minutes to go into the hands of Lucas Hammond. Phil Mack. Well taken onto the hands of Hammond again. Now with Phil Mack. Dala now. This is Moonlight. Justin Douglas. Good tackles coming in there. That was Mitchell. This one is by Alex Gray, this new boy coming through. Powerful player, Alex Gray, and number 8, playing captain as England's under-20s. And just 22 now. Went to the same school as Rob Andrew did at Barnard Castle.
Yeah, Alex Gray originally up at Newcastle, Nigel, and commentated on him and against Scotland under-20s, and an outstanding leader, and really paved a way for England's success.
Jeff Williams ties his boots up again. Very courtesy of the referee, Nick Bryant.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
England shoved backwards then. Still in play though, into the hands of Lucas Hammond. Good work by Rodwell. Well played, turned it over. Marcus Watson. Norton, two of them together, got placed, but very well taken that was by Justin Douglas again. Oh, free knock on anyway.
What I find about Dan Norton there, he has got the pace, he then kicked the ball away, lost possession. If he made the pass to Marcus Watson, there was a 2-on-1. There's Marcus Watson telling him what to do. So, you know, we talk about Dan Norton's pace, but sometimes he has to be aware of the fact that he doesn't always have to do it himself.
Yeah, true enough.
Crouch.
Just a few seconds to go. Last put in for Canada.
Bind. Sit.
So little of possession for them. Phil Mack to Douglas again. Phil Mack, Douglas again. Kleberger coming back. Played what, 2005? He started playing sevens, then went to 15s. So here he's back again.
Tackler assist must complete release.
Penalty to Canada. Last chance for a try, perhaps. Phil Mack, Douglas. Wide out is Moonlight. Didn't get to him though. So that's it, because held on too long, and England just want to play again. Sam Edgerly sets it wide. Watson. Sam Edgerly again. Thank you very much. All the way. So England then rounded up beautifully. Jeff Williams, well, that's what, his 15th try. This guy who used to play in France for a long time, and his father was a very good player as well. Good end for England in this first outing. Well, one has some sympathy to Canada. Their preparations here has been difficult for them, playing with so many playing 15s, but what about England? That was classy and a great start for them. Next up will be USA and then Fiji.
Well, a relative newcomer for England, Mike Ellery. Mike, playing here in Dubai for England for the first time, and you and England look like you're enjoying yourselves.
Yeah, that was a great first game. And there's always going to be a few mistakes when it's the first game of the tournament, but we did quite well. We were clinical, and the boys enjoyed it. So.
Is it true the second fastest in the squad?
There's a few injuries at the time, and I'd just come back from a few weeks in Thailand, so I was a bit lighter. So.
Are you looking forward to watching your sister Megan out there now? She's playing against Australia coming up soon.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, definitely. I've never watched her play in the flesh before. Yesterday was the first time I've actually seen her properly, because we watched it on TV back at the hotel. But yeah, looking forward to it. Quite proud, brother.
Thanks, Mike.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.